Hey friends, welcome to my channel. This is my composition art journal series, part 35, Your Calling. So I have this composition art journal that cover that I really like, and I was just noticing just kind of the style, observing the negative space, how there's all these little cute elements and space in between. So I think I'm going to go with that kind of a design. And it reminded me of the Scandinavian look a little bit. So I did some research on Pinterest and pulled up some ideas there. And then just a few days ago, I woke up with kind of a fresh motivation for my business. If you watched my last video, you know that I am trying to start a declutter coaching and home organizing business. Anyway, I was getting a little bogged down with all the details of, making a website and business cards and all that kind of stuff, when I woke up and just remembered why I want to do it, because I want to help people, and that's my main motivator. And I turned on Facebook, and this quote a friend had posted: "Somebody somewhere is depending on you to do what God has called you to do." And that just really encouraged me, and I hope it encourages you, that if there is something that you feel like God's calling you to do, a passion that He's put on your heart, don't lose sight of your why, your reason, your purpose. It can be really easy to start looking at yourself and go, oh, well, maybe I'm not qualified. Maybe it's too much, too hard. Maybe I can't do it, and start doubting. But if you focus on your passion and the outcome, the goal, and remember that if He is calling you to do something, that's because someone needs what you have to offer. They're depending on you to do what God has called you to do. So I love that quote, and I hope it encourages you as well. We all have a calling. We all have a purpose in life. So if you're new here, you will quickly discover that I should probably change my name just to Artsy Erin and Philosophical Deep Thoughts with Erin, because I don't always talk a lot about the art process, and I tend to just kind of share my thoughts as I'm making my art pages, because to me that is part of the package. That's part of the reason I art journal, is to capture the things that are just on my heart, on my mind. And so I'm going to share them with you if you want to listen. And so I hope that you get something out of it. I am sticking primarily to acrylic paint markers, that's what Posca markers are. And I'm using a quick outline. I had to turn off the light because the background is so reflective. It was really hard to see. But I just did a little pencil sketch. I don't really know if I am a very good drawer. I haven't really spent a lot of time trying to develop that skill, but hey, you never know, because sometimes you aren't particularly skilled at something because you've never really tried. But so I just kind of followed the example of the birds on the other notebook, and did my best there. And with these markers, they don't dry super quickly, so I've learned that lesson a million times because I will smudge the paint when I'm moving my hand around the page. So I've learned to be really careful about letting things dry, like especially if I am using two different colors next to each other that I don't want to bleed or blend into each other. Then you have to come back to that color, or to that drawing later. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so I just love all these spring colors. As I'm making this is the beginning of March. Actually, I think I did this on leap year day. This is 2024. We had a leap year. Yeah, but spring is kind of in the air. The daffodils are out. There's a lot more birds hanging around. So it just makes me feel happy. got to the point in my page where I needed to take a break, and I was just kind of looking over my page, and I know that it needed more contrast. So this is actually the next day. So sometimes it's really good to walk away from your page, give it a break, give it a rest, and come back with fresh eyes. So I knew that I wanted to create more contrast by outlining my images better. So especially that bird that's blue, it's practically the same color as the background. So you can barely see it. It's like camouflage. So I'm just going over with these more fine point metallic paint pens and filling in a lot more of the little details. So like putting like little floral inside the floral. That's one of the things that I noticed about that kind of Scandinavian look, is they do that a lot with like animals will have like little flowers inside, kind of like what I did with the bird's wings, put a little tulip in there. And yeah, so I'm just going to outline my images that I want to pop off the page a little better. Thanks for sticking it out to the end. I hope you enjoyed watching my process and that you're inspired to go do whatever God's called you to do and go make some art and have fun and enjoy life. And I hope you come back and hang out with me again.